Hello, I'm Taylor. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. I'm excited to have you here. Today I will be talking about our house plan for our Barndominium hangar house. So let's dive right in. Okay, so let's talk about selecting a house plan. The biggest things for us were we were going to be doing a Barndominium build because we needed to be able to store our airplane. So it's going to be a hangar house, and we wanted to be able to just make it easy and make it rectangle. So those were the kinds of Barndo plans that we were on the hunt for. And there's not a whole lot out there specifically for airplane owners that want a hangar house as far as what's available on the internet. Now you can hire a custom builder and they can create something for you, but like you can't exactly do a Pinterest search and return a whole lot of Barndominium hangar houses. There are a few plans out there, but for the most part, we knew we were probably going to have to find a plan and then just modify the plan. So on the hunt for something that made sense for us, and we ultimately came up on this particular plan that I'm going to show you. And it's rectangle, which is perfect, and we were able to extend out the garage side, the shop side, in order to accommodate the plane and accommodate the hangar door and all of that. So we did make some changes. So I think the initial plan was a different depth of the house, and for sure was not the full length that we were going to need. And so we found something, but once I reached out to the company to talk about making the customizations, they didn't really understand right out of the gate what I was looking for and the cost for the changes, for upgrades, changes, those kinds of things. The number that they came in at was considerably higher than I thought I could find just somebody locally to just be my plan designer. And so I did find somebody locally to me who accommodated everything I was looking for less than what I was initially quoted. And on the initial quote, it didn't include everything that I was hoping for because they just didn't understand the back and forth. So let's show you what our house plan looks like. Okay, so you are staring at the first floor. So the first floor, we have a 12 feet deep porch that wraps around. This is the main living space. We are doing a double-sided fireplace. This obviously won't be passed through because it's going to the exterior, but since I was gonna have a fireplace, I might as well have a fireplace out here. And so we got living room, dining room, and kitchen. We do have a pantry right here. And then here's the hallway that separates the two bedrooms that share a Jack and Jill bathroom. And then the main bedroom, closet, main bathroom, laundry room, kind of the mudroom area, and then out into the shop. So in the shop, we have two regular garage doors. We have a man door to access the shop without having to come into the house. And we have an RV door, and then down on the end, we have our hangar door. We do have stairs. So the initial plan that we used as our inspiration had a 16-foot sidewall, and we changed it to 18 feet. Because it was just going to be wide open space from here to over the main bedroom. Now, the living room side goes all the way up to the ceiling. I have yet to decide whether or not I'm actually going to drop a ceiling down in order to get my HVAC system in there and not have it go up into the pitch. Our house pitch is 412, the roof pitch is 412 and not what the plan initially showed or the inspo plan. So I may do a drop ceiling. It will probably help me with my lighting in the main living spaces. So we'll see. So that's still TBD, but we do have, it gave us a chance going up to 18 it gave us a chance to add a second living area upstairs. And let me show you that. So this is the upstairs. Stairwell is out in the shop, and this leads to a media room. So my husband and I really like to watch movies. And then we have open attic space here, accessed via a door. And then on the other side, we decided to just go ahead and close it in, add a bathroom, and have a fourth bedroom that's going to act as my podcast room and who knows what else. But utilizing the space that's up there, and then having the attic, open attic, which is where all of our mechanical is going to be. So we had the space, we just raised the sidewalls 2 feet up, and it gave us a better use of both sides. And the space was already there, so we're gonna take advantage of that. So let me show you what it actually looks like. So these are our elevations. The upper right, you can see this is our far elevation with the hangar door. And then this is the opposite elevation. So this is where that fireplace is. There's a French door here. I do think that there is a missing window here that will get added. And then I most likely will add in another window up here so that it is, you know, cohesive. But here is the back of the house. And then here is kind of what you would consider the front of the house. And yeah, so I am looking to do a board and batten metal sidewall and then a standing seam metal roof. So that is our house plan. Here's our house plan. So there's still just a few changes that I want to make, but you know, I think that that's just going to be as we get into things. The problem, well, let me flip the camera around. Okay, one of the problems for me in this particular house plan and just the experience of doing this and hiring a plan designer versus just going to a firm or even having one of the websites online like houseplans.com to do all of the changes that I was looking for. The problem with hiring a local plan designer is that they don't provide you, or this person didn't provide, interior elevations. So while I had a really good look at overhead shots and exterior viewpoints, I didn't know what things look like on the inside. And the initial house plan inspiration, the website I found it on the first time, it didn't give me anything on the inside. There was no like rendering on the inside. They didn't have any customer photos of somebody actually building this barndominium. And so I was kind of going blind as far as like, what is it gonna look like? Spatially, what am I gonna stare at? And so I worked with a friend to kind of give me an interior look. And I was like, oh, okay, so maybe we need to make some additional changes, which is why I want to make a change with the kitchen windows. I don't like that they're only 2x3. They need to be more like 2x4, or even 2x5. And so just those kinds of things, when you're a very visual person and you don't get that visual, you don't know that a window is way too close to where the wall is. Like if you just looked at the exterior elevations, you don't know where the interior walls are. So you don't know how close they are to your doors, or you don't know how close they are to your windows. And what's nice about having a barndo build is some of this stuff can still be determined and figured out on the fly. But I would much rather be uber prepared and overanalyzed on all the things before I actually start spending money. So that's a big thing, right? It's a big thing. You don't want to be like, oh, and then you have to spend more money to fix it because you didn't foresee that thing being that way. So the biggest thing for me is I want that living space, which is wide open all the way from living room to kitchen. I wanted to be able to know what that felt like. And I wanted to be able to see the walls. So I also just turned my Spoke subscription back on, which is an interior designer platform that allows you to do overhead room shots. It also allows you to do elevations, and so I was able to put stuff in so that I could tangibly see. Now it's all in 2D, it's not in 3D, but it gave me an opportunity to be like, okay, I think I need a wood beam to break up the space between kind of the first floor and the second floor, because I have walls that go 18 feet tall. Like if you are in the living space, the left side, if I'm staring at the kitchen, the left side is windows and a fireplace and doors. But my right side is the rest of my kitchen and a pantry door and a hallway and a blank wall. And then up high, because I'm 18 feet sidewall and it's gonna pitch up to about 24 feet at the highest pitch in the roof, it's wide open wall. Like, what do I do with that, you know? And here in the shop, if I bring this down, I have 18 feet sidewalls in here. So spatially, I know what that feels like. I need to be able to be like, okay, how do we design this so that it flows well? Because the flow matters to me. And I don't want to spend more money fixing mistakes that I didn't see happening. I mean, obviously, that may still happen. You may be like, oh crap, I did not anticipate that. But the whole goal of getting your house plans ready to go is that they are ready to go and there doesn't need to be any more changes. So one thing in our first floor though, right now we have a powder room. So right now the first floor, we have a shop bathroom that sits underneath the stairwell. We have a powder room, a half bath, and we have a full bath that's Jack and Jill style. And then we have the bathroom for the main bedroom. And I'm going to cancel the half bath inside the house because I don't have, even though I have closet space in the bedrooms, I don't have like a coat closet. I don't have a closet to store my vacuum cleaner. And I don't really want to go all the way upstairs in the attic space to store a vacuum cleaner and have to come up and down to get it. So we're gonna cancel out the powder bath and turn that into a closet. It will have my vacuum cleaner, it will have probably a broom, and then it will also have space for coats. It will have space for extra blankets. Like it will be actually a fairly large space to turn into a closet because it is a powder room. So we are going to cancel that. And the other reason we're doing that, outside of we need a coat closet, or we think we do, is that it was going to force us into a bigger septic system because of how many bathrooms we have, because we also have one upstairs. So we have a full bath upstairs, we have 2 full baths downstairs and a half bath out in the shop, and then the powder bath. So we're gonna cancel the powder bath and it's going to allow us to stay back in a level that made sense for us from a septic standpoint. So it's just really interesting once you start getting bids for things and you're like, oh, because I have this many bathrooms, I need to have a bigger septic system, even though only 2 people will be living in this house. We have created this house in a way to be wheelchair friendly and for it to be handicap accessible. Because we just don't know what life is going to bring us, and should we have to take care of one of our parents in the future, it is set up to do that. So the Jack and Jill bathroom is wheelchair friendly. It will be a walk-in shower, and the hallways are wheelchair friendly, the doorways are wheelchair friendly, everything will be wheelchair friendly. So we are making that decision right out of the gate because you just never know. So I'm excited to see where we go on this journey. Our house pad, as of this recording, is ready to go. We are not ready to build yet. We've got some things that we want to take care of first, and plus we have to get our utilities out there. So we've got the paperwork filled out for the electric co-op and to grant them an easement to bring the power down and set it at a box, and then we're going to trench the box. And we have to do something similar for the water. We actually have to trench quite a bit of a ways, 1,200 feet to the water tap. But we have an impact fee we have to pay for, and it's just like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And we need to build a fence and put in a gate because we've got trail cams out there that are showing us that humans are going down our driveway exploring our property that have no business doing that. So I think that will be a summer project that we will take care of. So we're hoping to start building in middle summer of 25, but we'll just see. We're not in any hurry. Nobody's got a deadline on us. We want to make sure that we've got everything figured out, that as many surprises are figured out before we get going. And yeah, so continue to follow along on this journey because that's what it is. It's a big adventure for the two of us, and I'm glad to have you here. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to follow along. We've got gardening happening here. I've got a cut flower garden that I'm experimenting with. We will eventually explore doing an Airbnb for fly-ins, and we've got bees out there now to help us out with our ag exemption, and it's just a big work in progress, and that's why I'm documenting it. I'm documenting it for others to watch, but also for me to have something to look back on. And yeah, so thanks for being here. So appreciate you. Until next time.